Is Tony's Town Square restaurant the best restaurant in all of Disney's Magic Kingdom?
Let's eat.
Hi everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sam.
And you're watching The Theme Park Foodies, and we're back at Magic Kingdom Park for part 4 of our 5-part series where we dine at our top 5 favorite Magic Kingdom restaurants to see which is the best. And this one is all about Tony's Town Square, themed after Lady and the Tramp. And literally right to the right as you walk in to Magic Kingdom, you can actually find this on, of course, Main Street, USA. And I believe that this restaurant only made our list because out of process of elimination, there's really only like 5 sit-down restaurants in our character dining out here. I never thought this was spectacular, but I feel like we got to give them a shot.
Yeah, and since the last time we've been here, they have added some new menu options.
Ooh.
Some of them have gone viral. Like they have this new garlic bread that's like a tower with some cheese sauce that you pour on.
This could be a sleeper hit.
Good, and it's like a beautiful location, and there is like this patio dining where you can actually, if you're sitting out there, catch a parade. Like I think it has good real estate.
It's a great real estate, a lot of charm, great detail. I remember last time we were there being impressed by the detail. The food quality, though, I would compare to maybe like elevated Olive Garden. I've never been quite impressed by Tony's Town Square. We're Italians, so we can be a little snobby with our Italian food.
You have to go into it with not very high expectations. It's a Lady and the Tramp themed Italian restaurant in a theme park. If you want good Italian, you have to go to the resorts.
I agree with that.
Il Molino at the Swan and Dolphin, Ravello at the Four Seasons, Trattoria Al Forno at the Boardwalk. That's where the elevated Italian food is. I'm not going into this expecting, you know.
I do think Tony deserves better from what we've had in the past. But he does have some giant mozzarella sticks, which are a fan favorite. We've enjoyed them in the past. I am going to go in with this with an open mind. I'm just to let you guys know, I do think this will be 5 of 5. I hope
you love Tony giving away like the end of the thing before the series is done.
Just so you guys know, if you haven't seen the beginning part of the series, we did the 3 other restaurants. So far we have done
Be Our Guest, Liberty Tree Tavern, and the Plaza.
And we will be finishing with Jungle Skipper Canteen. When we do the Jungle Skipper Canteen video, we will list in order our top 5 best Magic Kingdom restaurants. Are you ready, Sam?
I'm ready.
If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Join us while we eat spaghetti at Tony's Town Square. Maybe we won't have spaghetti, I don't know. All right, so we are in and we have been seated. We actually have a great spot where we can look through the stained glass and see Lady and the Tramp enjoying that spaghetti near that dumpster. Very kind of Tony. Let them enjoy that. Let's also break this menu down for you guys. All right, so this is the garlic bread that Sam had brought up before. They're known for it. They also have an antipasti, fried mozzarella. I think these are like the giant fried mozzarella sticks we had last time. And of course, Caesar salad, house salad. You gotta have a Caesar salad. And then a ensalada caprese and a seasonal soup, which is actually a minestrone right now. And they told us that this is the chef's grandmother's recipe. All right, so first thing I want to say, I'm actually pretty impressed by the interior decor of this restaurant. They're stained glass. You have a statue of Lady and the Tramp right at the front. There are pictures of it all over here, and I'm pretty impressed by the appetizers we've gotten so far too. We are starting off with the fried mozzarella. These are those giant mozzarella sticks that we brought up earlier here. They're known for them. They have a beautiful cheese pull, and it also looks like they come with a little alla vodka sauce at the bottom.
A spicy, creamy tomato sauce, and you get 2 of them, and they're like, I feel like they're bigger than a foot long.
Let's see how that cheese pull is. Well, we had pulled it before.
We pre-pulled.
These look super crispy.
They're so good. They've been sitting a little bit, which is why then we've been taking pictures, which is why they aren't as melty as before. But they also has a nice crisp on it, and they also put like Parmesan cheese on top. You can do a little dip. 9.
How much what did you give it?
Give it a 9.
You gave it a 10? Oh, a 9. A 9. I thought you went 10. All right, I'm gonna have a fresh stick. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Let's get a little sauce on that. All right, let's try it out. The mozzarella is fresh. I would like the crust to be crispier on here. It may just be this iteration. I like the sauce a lot too. I would like a dipping sauce rather than a pool of sauce, in my opinion.
I agree with that because you have so much stick. You need more sauce. They're fairly crispy. Like this end has a little crisp on it.
Still very good, and a lot better than I thought they would be. I'm gonna go 8 with that. And I'm starting to think, Sam, this may be Plaza, because I'm starting to think the food might be higher quality than what you can find at the Plaza restaurant.
Stop giving away the end of the series.
We also had to get the very popular garlic bread. You actually pour a sauce right on top of this. I will say they are losing points for not having an included bread service.
Yeah, I feel like last time they had a bread service, it was okay. I don't remember it being phenomenal, but
I remember the bread being trashed last time.
yeah. But anyway, this is a lot of bread, and this is like a Parmesan fondue, and it's toasted ciabatta, and I think there's like garlic butter on it.
Garlic butter, that sounds good. I still think it should be included.
It's Disney. All they want to do is charge you more for things.
It sounded crispy when you bit into it, though.
Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. That garlic butter is like all up in this bread. Like it's in all those little pockets, so garlicky. This kind of tastes like an Alfredo sauce. It's a Parmesan fondue. It's good. I saved some in the cup to like do a little extra dip. This is heavenly. I'm gonna give both of the appetizers a 9. I like them both.
Oh, wow.
It's really good, right? This is a lot for 2 people, though. I will say that. So if you only have 2 people, I don't know if you want that much bread. And mozzarella sticks, it's a lot of carbohydrates and cheese. But yeah, 9 for both.
All right, so it's my turn to try out the garlic bread. I actually got the microphone in the bread, so I'm gonna eat on this end.
You could just take another piece of bread because there's like 6 more pieces.
Yeah, I wanted the gooey part.
You have more sauce. Like imagine though you're sitting on the patio outside, like the parade's going by and you're eating garlic bread and having a glass of wine. Like they provide you, with a unique experience.
I don't even think it needs the sauce much. I really just like the actual garlic bread.
No, I think it needs the sauce. I think the bread is good on its own, but that sauce I think really takes it up a notch.
You're right, it really adds a good creaminess, and like the sauce gets into all the perforated like holes in it and stuff. Very good. And I'm happy that we saved some to dip. I'd almost suggest just dipping. Good portion too. I would give this, I'm gonna agree with your 8. I don't know, but you said 9?
That's a 9 for both.
You know, I'm gonna agree with your 9 for this one. I like this one a little bit more than the mozzarella, but still both are really, I don't think they're like classic Italian food. It's not like a classic garlic bread, but it's like Americanized Italian food that I think's done really well, and I think better than last time we were here too. So, yeah, so far so good. All right, so the entrees have arrived. Sam is going to start off with the rigatoni alla vodka. They did actually give us some grated Parmesan cheese, so it's not like they grated over the table, as I had imagined Tony would do. But at least we have some. They also gave us some red pepper. All right, Sam, what is exactly in this? I'm assuming it's pretty self-explanatory.
So this is rigatoni, tossed in a classic tomato vodka sauce, topped with Parmesan herb breadcrumbs. And I added chicken. You can also add shrimp or sausage, or you could just have the plain pasta. But I needed some kind of protein after those appetizers, so I went with chicken.
Protein is important.
The bowl is small, but it's kind of deep.
It does seem like some decent portion sizes here. We do factor in value on this list, so I'm wondering how much it's going to cost altogether at the end.
It's pretty tasty. It's not the creamiest vodka sauce, though. It's too liquidy for my liking for a vodka sauce. But it's tasty. The pasta's cooked well. I don't think it's not handmade fresh pasta like Ravello, but it's pretty good. And I like that they give you the extra cheese. The chicken is good. It's not mind-blowing, but it's a solid dish. I would give this a 7. I like the Parmesan breadcrumbs too to give it a little bit of texture. Got all the greens mixed in.
So 7's pretty solid. That's a higher number than I had anticipated this dish getting. All right, you typed this up for me, Sam. And you know what? I am a big penne alla vodka fan. Rigatoni, obviously, just as good. It's got those little holes. Be able to hold everything. Look at that steam coming off of that. You can see the heat, right?
I would put this above Mama Melrose.
Definitely above Mama Melrose. I love the Parmesan breadcrumbs on this. Like you said, definitely not an in-house made pasta, but the sauce is really good. It is hot though. Look at that steam coming off that.
I'm not mad at this, and I think it's I know I'm gonna have leftovers. Like that's a lot of pasta.
Tony upped his game. This is way better than the last experience we had here. And honestly, I'm almost happy this made it on the list. because I wouldn't have known. I don't think this is going to be 5 anymore. Wow, I really like that. I'm going to give it 8. I'm going to go 8. This is an 8 coming from a young Italian boy. Now, this ain't grandma's 9 or 10. I'm talking like an 8, like, okay, this is elevated. Honestly, I think better than Olive Garden. I used to put this on the same level as like Olive Garden, which I don't hate. But yeah, no, I'm surprised. I think Tony is doing well. All right, so Sam's gonna start off with my dish. I got these spaghetti and meatballs. I had to get this because this is what Lady and the Tramp eats. It's like their signature option here. I did hear that their best option on here, though, is the tortellini al forno. Unfortunately, I just couldn't deal with all that spice, and I did want to try something that they're known for, which is this.
It has Calabrian chili in it. They also do have a spaghetti and impossible meatballs as well, which I think is nice.
So what are in these meatballs?
House-made beef and pork meatballs, and it's Tony's marinara.
I think it's a can, from what I could tell.
They look decent. Like, I can see all the spices in there.
That's a big meatball. 2 big meatballs.
I feel like I need more sauce, though. Like, I can see the spaghetti too much, you know?
Yeah, I need to put some cheese on that as well. Yeah, I agree. Definitely needs more sauce.
Yeah, it definitely needs more sauce. I feel like even in the movie, it's very saucy, no?
Spaghetti is one of the most awkward things to eat.
That's why there would be B-roll over me eating the spaghetti. I think I like mine better. It's a decent meatball. It's pretty tender. The pasta's very average. The sauce is very average. A little bit of a spice kick. It's a lot of spaghetti. Yeah, it needs to be more sauce. I'm not that impressed with Tony's signature dish, but maybe you'll feel differently. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Sad, Tony. So this is what you're feeding Lady and the Tramp? Treat your dogs better. All right, I gotta try it now. Maybe I'll like it more. All right, so yeah, first definitely needs more sauce. I should probably ask for more sauce. The meatball does look good. Maybe just try a little. I'll try a little meatball first, and then I'll try a little spaghetti. It's incredibly basic. One of the most basic meatballs I've ever eaten in my life.
In your whole life.
I find this lack of sauce disturbing. It's just not saucy enough. Thankfully, they gave me like a pile of cheese, so I can just go ham and like sprinkle that all on there. That'll give it some more flavor. But that's like a super basic. I should have went with them. I didn't want to go too spicy on my gut, but I should have went with that other dish.
The tortellini al forno.
Yeah, the tortellini al forno. This is 5. I'm gonna go 5. Yours is way better. I had high hopes for you, Tone. I did, but
I feel like you hyped him up too right before you had this.
back to the bada bing for you. All right, we got dessert, and this is an Italian restaurant, so you know we had to get the cannoli, but this just ain't any cannoli, guys. This is the carrot cake cannoli. So they have a seasonal cannoli, and this one is, of course, like I said, carrot cake. They even gave us 2, which I think is standard, which means you could share it.
Only $9.50. I think that's a pretty decent price for Disney. It looks really good.
I feel bad for downing Tony.
That is fire. That cream is so good.
Tony is making me eat my words and his food.
I mean, this isn't a traditional cannoli at all. Like I've never seen a carrot cake cannoli at an Italian restaurant. It's delicious. The shell is delicious. The cream is delicious. I'm giving this a 9.
I feel like you're a Tony stan now.
I feel like I'm tasting some cinnamon. What are these little crunchies? Like walnuts crushed instead of like the chocolate chips usually that you have. This is really good. If you're coming during the fall season, definitely get the carrot cake.
I want to provide a formal apology to Tony and his town square, because now I'm thinking about our list in our head. I don't even think he's gonna be 4. I think he may be lower on this list. Surprising. I've actually enjoyed all the meals we've had so far in the tournament.
They've all been good in their own ways.
Yeah, but this has surprised me. This one has surprised me the most. I'm excited to eat this, especially how you've hyped it up. Crunchy, good amount of cream, great carrot cake flavor. There's cream filled all through the interior, so it's not like it's front end and back end loaded, which happens sometimes with cannolis. Really good. I can't go 9. I'll go 8. I don't feel right.
Why can't you go 9?
Because it's not traditional. That's good carrot cake flavor though. I'm gonna stick with an 8. I do think it's very good though. 8 is very good. I just can't go quite 9 with it. and my Italian roots are fighting me. They're battling inside of me. My Disney fandom and my Italian roots and my soul. This is really good. And honestly, the worst thing we have is spaghetti meatballs, which I almost thought the opposite would happen. You know what I mean? Like that should be their best dish. But everything is. Service has been great too. The restaurant's nicely themed.
This isn't the outro.
I know. But we have one more dessert to show. All right, so this is the Flowless chocolate cake. It has pistachio cream on top, Amarillo cherries.
Luxardo cherries.
Oh, my bad.
And then some cocoa nibs.
I always love me a Flowless chocolate cake, so I felt like we had to try this.
With the Flowless chocolate cake. This is like a frozen cake though. Because I can see like the condensation on it. Whereas I feel like those cannolis tasted fresh. Like the cream tasted fresh. The shells tasted pretty fresh.
Tony's squeezing the cannolis out himself back there.
This tastes like straight fudge. It doesn't taste like cake. It's very fudgy and dark. Mixing a little bit of that cherry juice with the chocolate and the pistachio. I'm going 8.
Wow. I don't think, have you given anything, except for the meatballs, have you given anything less than an 8?
I don't know. Probably not. I'm a fan. I stand Tony.
This video took quite the turn, didn't it? We started off questioning Tony. We started off saying like we would never put this on our list. He's going to be 5. Now I don't know. Now maybe Tony is going to have to fight George Washington for number 1.
For me, the mix with the cherry and the pistachio cream like really made it. But it doesn't taste anything like cake. The consistency is not cake. It's very like, it's like fudge.
Like Sam said, super fudgy, which is what you want from a Flowless chocolate cake. It's very dense. And like you said, Sam, it does taste like it's refrigerated a bit. I won't go as far as 8. I'm going to go 7. I could use a little bit more bitterness in with it. I do love the flavor combination. 7 is good. I'm not down. 7 is not bad. But it just tastes like a bunch of things they had in the fridge they've kind of put together. I love the pistachio cream, love the flavor of the cake, and I like the cherries. I still think it's amazing. Canoli is superior, without a doubt, which is why I'm sticking 7 with that. But it's still, everything was really good. I am quite surprised. They actually just shut down shop here, but they actually have a coffee maker that grinds the beans fresh right in here. Wanted to show you guys that. So they make fresh Joffrey's coffee. I also wanted to show you guys that to the left of the stroller parking, you can find Lady and the Tramp's paw prints imprinted right in front of the restaurant. I never knew this before. They actually told us this when we were inside. All right, so that does it for our dinner over at Tony's Town Square restaurant. We did have a bit of a conversation with our server or waiter during our dinner, and it looks like they had revamped the menu about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. So I think right after we had last been there, I want to say I was impressed. Was it the best Italian food ever? No. Was it like authentic Italian food? I don't think so, but it was done well. Like flavor-wise, execution, service, atmosphere. This was something that if there was another restaurant at Magic Kingdom, it probably wouldn't be on our list. And I'm thinking it might even be in the top 3 at this point.
Tony's is the underdog of this series.
Seriously.
For sure.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing that you ate?
The carrot cake cannoli was really
That was really good.
My pasta was really good.
Your pasta was my favorite thing.
And we have a ton of leftovers too.
Yeah. Sam's pasta was my favorite thing. I would agree the best sweet was the cannoli, but the Flowless chocolate cake was also really good too. I love the atmosphere, the statue of Lady the Tramp, right as you like walk in, the paw prints outside, the attention to detail. Also like the atmosphere of Town Square. Dining outside, being able to see like a parade go by.
Yeah, and you can request that patio. So our server recommended like, say the parade is at 2, like book your reservation like 30 minutes before the parade and then show up about 15 minutes before your reservation.
Leave a
and
request.
You should be able to sit on that patio. You can get a bottle of Prosecco, enjoy the parade. Like, I think it's nice. Even if you just come for drinks and appetizers, like it's a good option. Atmosphere, service, the food is pretty solid. I'm almost wondering if this was better than Be Our Guest. I feel like it can't be, but it may. You won't find out until the next video. I don't even think we know. Yeah. So you can't know because we don't even know. Next video will be on Jungle Skipper Canteen.
thank you for everyone who has joined us on this culinary journey of Magic Kingdom. I don't think anything, I mean, I guess the VR guest food was the most gourmet that we've had, but I don't think like anything has particularly been like the best food on property, but it's really the atmosphere, the immersion of these restaurants that draws you in, and Tony's Town Square had that with great service and good food.
Yeah, we've been having really good service lately. We had really good service at Space 220.
Yeah.
That which we dined at right before this, which is not in Magic Kingdom, but it's nice to see that because there was a time after the pandemic where things were a little
went
different.
downhill.
You went downhill.
Yeah.
And it was a little sad, but it's nice to see things getting back to normal.
Food quality and service has been at both Space 220 and Tony's Town Square.
So I love to see it.
And if you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Liking will really help our channel grow. It pushes this video out into the stratosphere of the YouTube algorithm, helps other people find the video. Subscribing, it also helps our channel grow. Hit the bell notification so that way you're notified every time when videos come out, which is when, Sam?
Every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't count the days.
Don't eat the days count.
We will see you next time. That's all, folks. We actually filmed this during a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. We did not have a ticket to this party. We had a reservation for 6:30, which is 30 minutes after the park closes, and we got there at 6:01, or because it closes at 6, and we had to be guided in and guided out. They actually give you special wristbands. You want to show your wristbands, Sam?
Got two.
We have two. Yeah, they have.
Make sure that everyone knew that, like, that I gotta go when that dinner is done.
Yeah. Yellow means get out. Although I feel like if you got a seat on the patio, you might actually be able to catch the Halloween parade.
It was nice to hear the music, but then we heard there's a song that they play that's like, I don't know what it's called, but it's on the scene, everybody. You know, it's Halloween. That was something like that.
But it reminds us of Frank.
We always used to sing it, and we used to say, you know, he's Frank the Ween, and like that song came on right as we were about to film the outro, so we had to like stop and cry and then go to the TTC and like wait a bit before we could film the
We miss our dog a lot. I want to give a special thank you to each and every single one of our members. I just want to thank you for you and your generosity helping us fund this channel. If you have any interest in a membership, we do have tiers as low as $1.99 a month with differing perks. Our lowest tier provides early access to videos and end credits credentials like what you've just seen. But we also want to give a thank you to each and every single one of you who just likes, comments, subscribes, views this video, engages with it in any way. Really helps push these videos out here, and we feel privileged to be able to make more of them. So thank you all. Hope you all have a great night.